Well, good morning. It is Thursday, June 6th, and we are advancing toward a renewal of the moon in Gemini on the 8th. So this is a good time to work on preparing yourself for the advance of the heavenly bodies and get yourself ready for this cycle of renewal with planting new seeds, projecting new intentions, and more importantly, giving yourself a little bit of extra time just to indulge in kind of a personal ritual. Rituals help keep things in a linear advance, and very often we find that when we have personal rituals with the passage of the sun and the moon, it keeps us focused in the seasons and the advent of the evolution of our lives. What is happening with this new moon at 17 degrees of Gemini? And I was wondering the same thing. What the heck is going on? So I went to my good friend Dane Rudyard, to one of his books. Dane, unfortunately, is no longer with us, but he had written a book on the Sabian symbols, which fractionates the entire 360 degrees of the zodiac into individual degrees that each have a specific attribute. And when we look at the 17th degree of Gemini, we come up with some interesting ideas. The transformation of emotions into mind, of instincts into thought. So we are seeing, with this renewal of the moon, a metamorphosis that is going on within the mind. And of course that makes perfect sense. The mind, the linear aspect, and the conscious part of our personality is always looking around and analyzing and seeking to understand, while the moon, which is symbolic of the unconscious, the subconscious, and the hidden part of the mind, is always wanting to express how it feels. And so with this new moon, you will undoubtedly arrive at a new understanding of what your feelings actually mean. So how appropriate is this transformative cycle in its arrival in Gemini time? Gemini, of course, being symbolic of the activity and the cultivation of the mind. So we have got a new moon that is going to be arriving, that is going to be bringing a lot of emotional sensitivity, deep feelings up to the surface, and our analytical mind is going to be able to say, oh, this feeling is attached to this situation, and therefore I am able to understand exactly what all of these various elements are that are unfolding within my life. So once again, we are working with a series of passages and transformative elements that can, if you are working with the program here, be a catalyst for positive change and an advance. Now, in addition to this configuration happening at 17 degrees of Gemini, once again, we go back and take a look at what's going on with Neptune and Pisces, because all of our feelings, all of our deeper responses to life are being magnified by this Neptunian energy in Pisces. And Neptune will be at 5 degrees Pisces. Saturn will be at 5 degrees Scorpio. So there will, in fact, be a trine between these two planets. Saturn likes to crystallize things. You know, you see the planet Saturn moving through the heavens, and it's got those brilliant, beautiful rings around it. And those rings are symbolic of giving definition to things. So when we put a boundary around an element, then we more clearly define that element. So Saturn is trying its best to clarify and define things. Neptune, of course, is going deeper and deeper into the realm of spirit. So looking at these two elements in process and applying them to the advance of the moon to conjunct the sun, this could be a very, very spiritual passage for a lot of people. In addition to that, we also have Mars sitting at 5 degrees Gemini. So Mars is going to be kind of subtly influencing all of these various elements. And Mars can be a stimulant. It can be a source of, rallying, making ourselves do things when we would rather just lay on the couch and watch reruns of All in the Family. Mars is there with its little prod saying, no, 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 let's get out and do things. And Mars will be exactly square Neptune. So once again, we've got this amazing ballet going on in the heavens, and the interactive elements are stimulating us to evolve as spiritual beings. So with the renewal energy of this beautiful new moon coming up Saturday early in the morning, you should feel a distinct shift from Friday as we go through that passage of the dark of the moon to the shift and the beginnings of illumination with the passage of the new moon. So we're watching this waning cycle finally taper down and end with this moon passage that was initiated with the new moon in Taurus, and all of that old earthy, weird, bizarre, somewhat dark energy that we've been dealing with for the last 4 weeks is going to dissolve away, and we're going to get that Gemini shift, much more bright and sparkly and spontaneous. So this could be a fabulous new moon to get out and circulate, socialize, but only after you have done your personal meditations, after you have done that inner journey and allowed the subconscious to bring all of these emotions up to the surface, and then give the allowance for the mind to bring into comprehension exactly what these emotions are attached to and what they mean for you personally. So, big weekend ahead. New moon in Gemini. And a lot of other elements are going to be shifting forward. Jupiter's advancing further and further into that first step into Cancer. And we've got Mercury and Venus already in Cancer. So once again, these planets are firing off and interacting, and we've got a lot of watery energy, a grand trine, in the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio area of the chart. And it could be a very emotionally rewarding and fulfilling passage for you. So get out there, enjoy this new moon, share the love, pass the love around, and I will be chatting with you soon.